What's up, everyone? I got the best guest on right now. This is the CEO of Chatham Life and Style, a good friend of mine, Shannon. Shannon, what's up, man?
Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Good. You're dressed real snazzy.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, I should have dressed a little better.
You're good.
So I actually matched with Perry. So Perry does our videography. I actually matched with our videographer.
Oh, you guys look good. That's adorable.
I know. But we matched too, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But that suit is very, Nacho Libre, the movie?
Yeah. It is very much that, isn't it? The detailing.
It's Hispanic, yeah? It's very Hispanic, I would have to say. But it looks, let me see that lining again.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, boys.
Yeah.
That's good. Some floral in there. It looks good. So you just got back from the beach, yeah?
Yes.
All tanned up.
Yep.
You look good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bald head was lovely.
Bald head.
Yeah, I got some sun on my bald head. So.
Which head?
Yeah. The top one.
You don't look too burnt. Usually bald guys are like fried on their head.
Yeah.
I got
sunscreen
fried.
and all, right? You have to be proactive.
I got fried yesterday. I was like playing lacrosse and just outside, and I got destroyed. But all right. So first question is Chatham Life and Style. What is it, and how did you come up with the idea to start this?
Yes. Well, ChathamLifeandStyle.com is a magazine to feature and highlight things in and around Chatham County. And so we launched right before Valentine's Day, about 6 days before Valentine's Day. And it all started as a brainchild. I was having brunch with a friend of mine, Candace Ellis.
Candace, I love Candace.
Yeah, shout out to Candace Ellis. She's pretty amazing. And we were kicking around ideas, and we were discussing Chatham Park and all of the plans surrounding Chatham Park. And we were thinking, the same way like local publications serve Raleigh and the surrounding area, we wanted to do something that was a little bit more Chatham specific. And so we're kind of at the very beginning of it. And so what we're doing now is like destination spots outside of Chatham. There is so many things for us to feature in and around Chatham County. We want to make sure we do it right. And so we're kind of speaking from a place where our genuine Southern perspective can come into play here. If we need a weekend away, or if we need a Friday night date, or if we need a place to go for a great cocktail, we want to highlight those places in Chapel Hill and Durham and Raleigh and all those points in between, so that the community can then begin to benefit from these incredible local businesses.
So it's kind of an all triangle thing at this point.
It is at this point, yes. We're not as Chatham specific as we hope to be in the future, but as Chatham Park develops,
stick to your roots, though. That's where it's starting.
Yeah, absolutely. We are featuring things like we're doing a local spotlight on Merritt's, and we are just launching the gardening arm of it.
Okay.
And so my friend Mary Beth Chrisman, who has a 10-acre farm out in Chatham County, has written our launch for the gardening arm of it. That's sick. It's going to be a planting guide and a planting schedule for anything and everything that you would want to make fresh summer salsa grown right here in the Carolinas.
Right here in the Carolinas,
in Chatham County.
Yeah.
So we're really hoping to do those kind of highlights. There's an incredible potter, Mr. Hewitt, out in Chatham County. We really want to really promote his work. Being a local artist to Chatham. The music scene is vibrant. The art scene is bursting. We've got Dustin Britt doing our performing arts review. Incredible perspective from his point of view, especially being a theater artist who has made theater and is now critiquing it. So it's been an exciting adventure, and it all started over brunch. I think it was in early November, right before the holidays hit. Candace and I were talking, and she was just like, you should start collecting these stories and getting them out and like making them accessible.
Well, it also benefits your other business because you're a realtor as well.
I am a realtor
exactly.
as well.
So getting your name out there benefits that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the biggest thing.
I got to tell you, it's this new direction in a career for me has been challenging and exciting, and it's different every day. it's a fascinating.
Put a little pep in your step.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
It's a fascinating world simply because, the legality of it all, but also helping people find homes.
Yeah.
And so that's a big thing that I hope that the Warren Realty team, that's the team that I'm working with, I hope that that's what our main goal is, and I hope we're fulfilling that goal.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I'm hearing and what I like about your lifestyle that you've kind of merged into is you have different type of income. It's not just one source of income. You got Chatham Life and Style, and then you got
Correct.
being a realtor.
Diversified my interests. Yes.
Diversify your interests, your portfolio.
Yes.
Is what they would say, right?
Right.
So I mean, that's good because a lot of people I think get so stuck on one path. And
Yes.
even if it is your career. I think a lot of times there's a problem with people being so stuck that they never find like their hobby.
Right.
And people don't realize like your hobby can make money.
Yes.
Like shit, like the amount of marketing you can do online with your hobby. Like say you're some like surf dude like hang 10 out there like on the beach.
Yes.
It's like you can make some serious money selling surfboards online. Take your passion after work and go ahead and use it, right?
I think that's great advice. I think that's excellent advice.
Yeah, and that's something that you're doing. So.
Well, I'm trying to, and it's not easy. This is the thing. It's like trying to like start a giant train. So you kind of like you barely get moving, and then the next time it makes it a little bit easier, and then you build a little momentum.
Yeah.
And I think that has been the hardest part is getting the locomotive moving. I mean, it was buying the domain names and then making sure we weren't infringing, and then finding our own voice and making sure that our perspective was unique.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So we've tried to put some thought into it and not just jump into it.
Yeah, well, that's important. I mean, there's like procrastination and laziness.
Yes.
Procrastination is actually a good thing sometimes because
sometimes,
you want to make sure you're going to the market at the right point.
But moving forward has been is once you take those first couple of steps, the rest falls into place. We've had who has been our major editor, Travis Lassiter, write 2 really great articles about standard foods in downtown Raleigh. He also did one on Clark Hippolyta who just received the Governor's Award for Excellence in Art.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
So we're trying to spotlight the people in our community that bring so much richness to the area.
So speaking of, Travis, what's his last
name?
Lassiter does your articles, and I'd like to talk to him. Well, you're gonna have a good point on this as well. I've kind of noticed, not lately, well, I guess it is kind of lately, is our attention span as humans is completely obliterated.
Yes.
You're scrolling through Facebook, right? You're just, and then, the younger people are just boom, 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 boom. What is it, like a fucking goldfish that we're like compared to like our attention span? So my question with articles then is, how are you guys catching people in an article? Are you really compressing the material that's in it, but still trying to make it pop out? Like, how are you guys changing articles now that are changing with the people's attention spans?
Well, we're not producing as many articles as we would like to, like not daily. So our goal is every 14 to 15 days, on the 1st and the 15th, around something, and it should be centered around something that's happening in the calendar.
Yeah.
So, for example, in North Carolina, in this specific region for gardening, for example, you can't really put anything in the ground until April 15th, April 16th. It's the day after tax day, and then you should be free of all frost threats. That's when it
has to be an exact.
Yeah, well, that's the rule for here. Like it's different for everyone, or different regions along the southeast, and so we're trying to be specific to our area about our articles, and so that our information is like specific to our area, but also offering people a little luxury or comfort if you want to make your own salsa, that kind of thing. It's useful. So like every, around every 1st and 15th, we're trying to launch with something new. We're hoping to do a local spotlight. We've contacted Merritt's. They do an amazing BLT. If you've never eaten there, it is a true treat. You should go. Yes.
A heart attack.
It's so delicious.
But I'll have to try it.
You choose your own bread and then how much bacon you want. I don't think you can go wrong. It's a great. So we're like hoping to like hit those businesses along that corridor, and we've had a great deal of success. Our readership has like more than tripled since our first launch. We have 1,400 subscribers, so we're really excited. Going back to also what you were saying about creating new content, Dustin Britt is creating content weekly, and sometimes 2 or 3 articles, because he's doing reviews for various plays, musicals, theater pieces around the area. But the ballet, he launched our original publication with a review of the ballet and dinner at Standard Foods. It was a date night episode centered around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So Dustin is presenting these articles or new reviews for the fine and performing arts, sometimes twice weekly, if not at least once a week.
That's good.
So
That's
you
good.
can check back if you're interested in going and seeing a piece of theater and see if there's a review. You know, you can cross-reference with other reviewers just to get a different or second opinion. So we're trying to offer the service that if you do want to get away, where do you go?
Yeah.
So we're trying to do a collective of everything that's happening on our fine and performing arts calendar. You can pick something, or our gardening shows up on the calendar too. It's like plant this now, or so we're trying to make it interactive and helpful.
Yeah, without a doubt. So you said you tripled viewers, basically.
Viewership, yes,
So
or clicks.
triple.
We've had 3 times as many people click on the website, for example, in the last 10 days than we had in the first month of the launch.
The power of the internet.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah. And so people are now starting to understand that like they can get a current review for a new piece. And sometimes reviewers get to go on the night before it opens or something, so they get the word out. So they usually have a current perspective, if you will, with our tagline being a genuine Southern perspective.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we have a fresh perspective as well.
And you're originally from Chatham County, or?
No, I'm originally from Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah, I grew up in Tunica,
Down there
Mississippi.
with the snakes.
Yep.
So you're from the South, and I'm obviously from Michigan. And what is up with this pollen? This is bullshit.
Oh, dude. It is like terrible. It's like
insane.
I was driving here and there's like a haze of yellow all over.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, everyone is inside.
It's just plant jizz all over my car. Like I can't take it. I mean, it's caked.
Yeah,
my outfit. Like I came in today, I had it all over my outfit. I was like,
people don't get it. Like when the pines start to open, and that yellow heavy pollen is on everything, and we are in the heart of the pines.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
I didn't know it came from pine.
Yeah.
No
That
way.
yellow pollen out there
That's
is
what it
from
is.
the pines. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally changing the blacktop. Like it looks like it snowed.
Yes.
That's insane.
And we'll get one good rain about the end of April, and it'll rinse it all away.
Well,
It's a dust storm until then, for real.
I was driving with my friend the other day, and he's like, "What's going on? Like, why does it look so smoky in Raleigh?" And I was like, "Dude, I think that's the pollen."
It is.
And he was like, "Oh, my allergies about to go
It's not
crazy."
just pines. I mean, like, you got the dogwoods opening, the azaleas are setting blooms. I mean, but the pines right now, that big, heavy yellow pollen out is the pines.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. I can't stand it. So back to Chatham Life and Style really quick. I wanted to ask one question about content. What's your opinion? Because everyone has a different opinion in the media source, depending kind of if they're like Instagram focused or maybe just online focused or whatever it is, with content and timing. So I think this is interesting because, like Gary Vaynerchuk is like, he's like content, like as much as you can, just like shove it down people's throat. But then other people are more on the other spectrum of less content because then people will tune in at a certain time, and like times have changed, so it's kind of weird how it's meshing together. So you guys are trying to just do weekly as kind of your thing, so you're not cramming it, but you're still just trying to
we're trying to launch a feature article bi-weekly. Once in the on the 1st and the 15th. And then we have current and like content every day based on performing arts reviews, if there's a new art opening, if there's a change of showings at the North Carolina Museum of Art. Whatever's new in the art, you can click on our calendar, and if we've got a review, it'll take you to the review as well as the splash page for the theater.
That's cool.
So we've tried to make it so that there is fresh content, at least for fine and performing arts, on a weekly basis or every 3 to 5 days, whereas our feature articles are the 1st and the 15th bi-weekly. So we're not cramming a whole bunch of content. We're trying to encourage people to slow down and read and really think about
take it in.
really reflecting on what they can walk away with in the article, and like maybe project onto their own garden how they could make this useful article in their garden, or if they're planning a date night and have to call for reservations and they read our article about standard food, that, this might tempt them to come there. This is just our perspective. This is how we feel about it. And I really think with like people like Travis and Dustin and Mary Beth, they do bring a genuine perspective to their work. And, each of their writing styles is completely different. And I can see, their genuine perspective in each of their writing.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed seeing this kind of collective of artists write and have all of these different things, and they're writing on different topics.
Yeah.
But somehow they all interrelate.
Yeah.
So it's been fascinating because I know nothing about launching a magazine, and I have learned a lot so quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for
triple the amount of people will do that to you.
Yeah.
That's good,
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but
because you want it to be good. You know.
Yeah. But that's entrepreneurship. You're learning as you go.
And so it might not. It's not. It might not be cramming a whole bunch of content down. Every day to do something. But we're hoping the content that we're offering is quality.
Yeah, well, for sure. And as you grow, you bring on more people.
Yeah.
You do more things with that. And you're juggling. You have a kid that you just adopted.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jaden, he's a doll. Love that kid.
Yeah.
But congrats on that. So you're
you.
Juggling that. You're juggling a husband. You're juggling real estate.
Yes.
You're juggling. So it's a lot of factors. So if anybody wants a media job, I think Shannon might be hiring.
Maybe
He needs some help.
Yes, because please, someone go take some photos for me.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, well, Perry could.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So I guess the question also is, where are you getting most of your traffic from? Is it coming from like Instagram, paid ads on Facebook? Where are you, or just word of mouth?
We do have sponsors, and we do have advertisers on the magazine, and I would highly encourage anyone who visits the magazine to check out our sponsors. I got to tell you, my friend Teresa Studios, she has an amazing website. Look for her banner, click on it. She does amazing equestrian photography, portraiture, an amazing artist.
Yeah.
And she's in Cary. And we also have Downtown Knits in Apex, who's a sponsor with us. Anything that you could possibly want for knitting. They have quality yarns, and they're incredibly helpful. They're customer service oriented.
Yeah.
Bennett Brother Yachts in Wilmington. I got to tell you, if you're gonna have a weekend away,
You got the Yacht Boys on there?
Yeah. Shout out to Bennett Brother Yachts, Trisha Bennett, and
when
Connor
are we getting
Bennett.
on a yacht?
Yeah, right.
When are we getting on a yacht?
I just saw those guys this weekend. They are amazing.
Did they go out on the yacht with you?
Well, no. Connor has a new boat, so Connor took Jaden and his granddad and everybody for a ride around Wilmington.
Yeah.
And they got to check out a bunch. There was a great house they got to check out. It's a $5.1 million Spanish style house, and it was gorgeous. But yeah, they have an amazing website, and if you want a weekend away, Wilmington is like 2.5 hours. You've got the beach, you've got the food, you've got the nightlife, and if you need a yacht service, or Bennett Brothers is right there downtown on the river. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I'm not going to remember everyone, and I feel so badly. We have Subaru, love. Both of our cars are Subaru.
He's a family man.
Subaru, love.
He's a Subaru family.
Yeah, Subaru is love. It is like I feel so safe driving my kids around them. I'm trying to think who else. Travis is working on a new article for Up and Coming. We have a new article coming out on the 21C Hotel. For a weekend getaway, we're going to feature like staying in one of the suites and having dinner, and perhaps a theater piece in downtown Durham. What else is coming up? We have we might be adding a new contributing editor. I don't want to say too much yet until we get it all worked out, but doing a fine arts editorial piece.
That's cool.
Instead of separating performing arts and fine art. And so we would have a fine art editor, contributing editor.
Don't feel bad if you
I know. I'm like, I've been thinking about it all day. I've been working on it all day, and I'm trying to remember everyone I've. I don't want to leave anyone out.
You got a lot of people under. Another question is, from a media mogul like yourself now, where do you see, like, who's the biggest media outlet right now, just in general, between?
Well, that's an interesting question, because like you would have to then come in and like qualify parts of it. Like, are you looking for like mainstream media news? Are you looking for like a reach, an arm that reaches like a certain age group? Or are you talking about like what is the national?
So let's go with right now, who you think has the most pull, the most viewers, maybe somewhat income based, but who has the most pull right now, and within 10 years down the road, who's still going to be in that arena of the top
like
media
as
source?
far as media organizations and corporate media, I have to tell you, my bet would be on Reuters. I just think as a international, news organization, I think the quality of their work speaks for itself. I think they offer a global perspective, and I think what they've been really smart in doing is hiring writers that are geographically specific. So they're offering a little bit of geographical insight, I would think, as far as like in the, this is kind of the heartbeat of the country. This is kind of like, I'm understanding what I'm writing about in the people and what's happening here. But Reuters offers a pretty broad international perspective, and they don't necessarily give it a slant. I think they do a really good job of filtering everything, and then just here are the facts.
So
that's my opinion.
Yeah, will Chatham Life and Style stay unbiased then with this political
I hope so.
climate?
I hope that we can be a collection or a collective of artists that we respect each other and for each of your
that's so
own.
Important nowadays, right? Because
we all bring skills and talents. And so like you are incredibly skilled at being easy in front of people and making people easy about handling a complex transaction. You have that ability to have that effect on people. I have been able to organize some artists just because of my background in the arts, and to work towards a common goal. And so I think we've been fairly successful in creating unique perspectives for each of the things we've written about.
That uses each personal aspect of somebody, but doesn't get biased with political. Because just nowadays, it's just like a lot of media is just drowned out with
media are
just
the
political
politics.
bias. And it's just anymore. I don't even turn on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC because I don't want to hear it.
Right?
I don't
trust the information to not be skewed for me to send it through my own personal filters and let me to interpret the facts.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like all unbiased stuff that you can
interpret fact. I mean, is that fake news?
Fake news.
See, we have no political arm in Chatham Life and Style. There's a lot of fodder and play on Facebook, but as my publication, or that's not what I'm trying to push. I'm trying to push quality of life, lifestyle, just offer a genuine perspective on a great place to eat, or a good show to go and see, or a way to support a local artist, or look at a local business that offers such an incredible product like Merritt's, and they only do BLTs, and it's phenomenal. Yeah, I love it. That's the second time I've said, I've talked about them, but I'm so excited. I'm excited to launch that part of our local spotlight.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Some enthusiasm.
Yeah,
that's good.
Promise we'll be so